You learned early that your needs were a burden, that asking for help meant you were weak, that wanting space, rest, or care made you difficult. So you stopped asking. You became an expert at minimizing, at saying, "I'm fine," when you were drowning, at shrinking your truth so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. But your silence wasn't peace. It was erasure. You believed your care should always come last, that putting yourself first meant you were selfish. But selflessness without boundaries is not virtue. It's slow disappearance. You carried everything so others wouldn't have to. You became the rock, the listener, the fixer. But no one asked if you were okay. And you stopped wondering. You equated being needed with being loved. But what if love shouldn't require you to disappear? What if true love means being seen, even when you need something? What if your needs weren't the problem? What if the world just never learned how to say, "Tell me what you need. I'm here." You fear that if you speak your need, they'll leave, or worse, they'll stay, but with resentment. So you stay silent and call it peace. You've been told to just be strong, as if strength means enduring in silence, as if your needs are a flaw to fix, not a truth to honor. You confuse selflessness with love, believe that caring for others means erasing yourself. But real love doesn't demand sacrifice. It makes space for both. You've minimized your exhaustion so long, you've started to doubt its reality. That maybe you are just lazy, but your body remembers every time you ignored its cry. You've been taught that needs are selfish. But what if needs are human? What if asking for care isn't weakness, but courage? You've spent so long translating your needs into "I'm fine." You've forgotten what it feels like to be truly met. Your needs are not inconvenient. They are sacred. They are proof you're alive. And now you can begin to honor them, not as a burden, but as a birthright. Healing starts not with fixing, but with naming, with saying, "I need rest, I need space, I need to be seen." And knowing that's not too much. You don't have to earn care. You only need to ask, to say, "This is what I need," not to demand, but to invite, and to trust. Someone worthy will answer. Your boundaries aren't walls. They're bridges. They don't push people away. They guide the right ones in. And they start with one word: no. You are allowed to prioritize yourself. To say, "I come first," not out of ego, but out of survival. That's not selfishness. It's self-respect. This isn't about becoming demanding. It's about becoming seen and learning that your needs are not a burden. They are a language of love. You don't have to stay small anymore. You don't have to shrink your needs to fit the world. You can begin to speak, not to demand, but to exist. Start by listening to the part of you that still fears being too much, to the child who learned to disappear. Honor that fear, then gently invite it to speak. Your needs matter, not because they're easy to meet, but because they're real, because they carry the truth of your survival and the hope of your healing. Healing isn't about becoming less. It's about creating safety, a space where you can say, "I need," without fear, without shame, without shrinking. You are not broken, you adapted, and now you can evolve. Not by becoming someone new, but by returning to the self that was always there. You are worthy of being met, not when you're quieter, not when you're fixed, but right now, exactly as you are, even with your needs. If this resonates, you're not alone. For a gentle guide to help you honor your needs, set boundaries, and heal from the inside, explore the link in the description.